For both of you guys, who's standing out along the offensive line so far that you guys are going up against?
You want to go first?
Trying to think. I say Goo. Yeah, Goo a dog. Guard from
Malachi Breeden.
Yeah, Malachi. Yeah, I call him Goo.
We call him Goo Out. Yeah.
Goo Out. But yeah, he been holding his weight. He a dog. Memphis transfer, by the way, if y'all don't know where he's from.
I'll say Goo. I'll say Goo and Kobe. You know, going against those two guys on the interior, more than likely, more so than the tackles. You know, they give me, you know, two different challenges. Like Kobe is a big body, you know, and so with him, you know, if I'm too high, he's strong as well. I'm getting thrown up out of there. And Goo, he's low to the ground, you know, a little smaller guy, but he's also very powerful as well. So he makes me play with great pad level and great leverage. And then getting the chance, you know, work with them after practice, you know, hey, why were you able to get me on this? Or, hey, how can I be better at this? You know, we work hand in hand with one another to make each other better, and we're all open to it. So definitely those two guys.
Spell that. Guwop.
G-U-U.
Yeah.
U, maybe another U.
Yeah.
And then W-O-P.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I don't know where you got that.
I don't want to say the story for him, but I think he told us, you know, that when he was younger, they say he used to look like Gucci Mane. Y'all got to ask him, though. I think that's where it comes from.
Why is Zadavian Day and his brother's Craig? Is that a personality thing with them? That comes from Friday, right?
Say it again?
Zadavian, Zadavian. The coaches were saying Zadavian's Day.
Yeah, we call him Day.
Right. What is that? Is a personality thing or what?
I mean, when we first got here,
Stuck with it,
They call him Craig.
Oh, really?
His nickname is Craig.
I didn't even know. I didn't know that. I mean, we know our guy, but I didn't know they called him Craig. Yeah.
Quincy, when you were the transfer portal stuff was going on, were you like heavily involved in hosting visitors and stuff? And did you guys meet during that process also?
Nah, the crazy thing is I hosted Jalen Allen, the guy who we spoke about last time from North Little Rock. And I hosted, it was some other guys, but they play in the secondary. So it wasn't mainly like D-line guys. I'm not sure like what coaches told, you know, the recruiters at the time about me or anything, but, you know, just happy to have the guys who I got here now.
Were you following along as the transfer portal stuff was breaking, like following the news cycle, or did you have that information from the coaches, or you watch like, oh, we got Carlin Jones, we got Hunter Osborne?
I don't be in the media. Like, again, like if y'all know me, like I just show up and work. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just let, like Hunter said, like some people, you know, you may have those people who may be able to talk and back it up, and then you got some who talk and, you know, don't back it up. So I'd rather my action show, because, you know, it's gonna make me look bad if, you know, I talk so and so and so and so and I can't back it up. So that's how I look at everything.
Okay. Ron Roberts is viewed by a lot of people as an innovator. I'm just wondering, like, what you guys think about the style of defense and how is it, I guess, different than maybe what you ran last year.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Coach Roberts, yeah, I love him. You know, he brings energy to the meetings we have every single day. And the one thing I'll say about Coach Roberts as a DC that I haven't experienced until now is he explains why we call certain things, and he'll give you the reasoning behind a certain call. Like, and I feel like as a player that has helped so much. You know, like, oh, hey, I'll call this call for 11 personnel or 12 personnel because I'm expecting this, and they're going to do this, and we have this to back that up. Yeah. And as a player, that just, you know, helps so much. And, you know, similarities and differences of where I've been. I would say at Virginia, we kind of ran, you know, a 4-2-5, you know, a little multiple D. And it was kind of a system where we played a bunch of, you know, too high safety and just, you know, let the linebackers fit off the D-line. Here, you know, we're trying to make some plays. And also when I was at Alabama, my first year with Kevin Steele's a DC, this is almost identical, you know. Kind of a bunch of similarities in, you know, the terminology and the language that we use. So it's been good to, you know, get back to that.
He really hit it on the nail in the coffin with Coach Roberts. I wouldn't say like probably the biggest thing for me this year going into this year, it would probably be like since we basically 3 down front, but we got multiplicity of defense within the scheme, depending on who we playing. We react attack team, and then last year, you know, we were really just attack react. So. A lot of the times last year that the backers were, you know, we were trying to get more vertical in the gaps, and the backer would just make us right. And then now I gotta, you know, really like understand like what the tackle may be doing point of contact, snatch off or whatnot. And then let alone like I've never dropped any time in my life since till this year. So just learning how to drop, learning where to be at the right time to, help the defense is probably the biggest thing for me, learning scheme-wise.
So it's be a lot of like, bringing 4 and stuff, but sometimes one of those 4 might be a linebacker and you drop back.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Is that like a replacement or?
I don't know. Just get back. just get back. Homie, just get back. So,
It's an official term. All right.
yeah.
The coaches were telling us that the Jacks kind of do the linebacker stuff and maybe a little bit with the line. What's it like not having Charlie Collins and those guys in the room with you or on the field?
It's really not much of a difference because, Charlie, he did the same thing last year. He was like a Jack, but he played DN and he dropped out in coverage too. So, coaches have schemes for every individual and they know their players, so they know what's, best for them or whatnot. So, Charlie and Trent, that may be different. I'm usually used to seeing Trent, Trent, another one of me. He still got ways to go, but it's definitely different seeing him trying to drop in coverage, and as well as for me, like once I get to my spot, I'm like, what do I do now? You feel what I'm saying? So outside of that, I'm expecting big things from those guys.
That's all I got.
All right, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.